Instagram over here. I got breakfast or lunch or something on. Good morning. What's going on, family? YouTube, what's going on? Instagram, what's going on? So I wanted to start doing these weekly lives on YouTube also, just because, like I keep saying, YouTube is where I want to be at. But I appreciate you guys who come in here and ask questions every single time. YouTube, if you see me going this way back and forth, it's just because I'm getting questions here and there's nobody here on my YouTube. So good to see you, fam. We're going to start off with the questions. Obviously, they're always super deep, riveting, life-changing. If you guys see the little marker on the bottom, go ahead and submit your question. We got a couple things to talk about, but first we always go through these questions. Looks like I got a few in here this time. So you guys on Instagram can see them. You guys on YouTube cannot, but no big deal. The very first riveting, life-changing question is, how tall are you? For whatever reason, I do get a lot of guys asking me this, but I get it. I do. I really do. 5'6", homie. What's up? Yeah, great question. We'll keep going. For those of you guys just popping in here, question our Q&A today, and it's our weekly live. We do this every Wednesday. I'm going to simultaneously cast here to YouTube, save it on YouTube as well as Instagram. So for those of you guys who are seeing me, I'm just going to reiterate that. We're going through the questions. Here we go. This next question says, when are you coming back to JV? Let's go Willing. Ooh, Johnson Valley, man. You know what? I don't know. It may be until next year. What's up, Steer Smart? Guys, Steer Smart's in here. Make sure you follow them. They are currently working with myself. We're going to be doing some cool stuff here with the Gladiator, and then hopefully the Eco Diesel when we get to that direction. But for right now, the Gladiator stuff is on the way. I can't wait. Steer Smart, fam. Follow. Johnson Valley. I don't know when I'll be coming back. It's only 4 hours from my house, so it was actually pretty easy to get there for King of the Hammers for our race. I don't know when I'll go back. We'll see, man. Good question though. I might be returning for the next race. I don't know. Let's see here. Next question. Right to it. Thoughts on impending gun control bills, necessary actions people need to prepare for. So, my opinion, I like to sit back and watch when it's important things like this before I make like a solid opinion on it. But right now, I'm leaning more towards the checks and balances of the way that our government is set up. In terms of that, I do believe that this current government that we have is still going to balance out. So, for example, Biden's going to do what he's going to do, right? The Democrats are going to do what they're going to do. The Republicans are going to do what they're going to do. Honestly, I'm not pleased with either of them. I mean, when you look at gun control and the stuff that's happened, it's really more the Republicans who've done stuff to us, single-issue voters, than anything. But what it's going to come down to is our sheriffs. So what's great about sheriff and the way they're elected is they can literally come in if that legislation passes that is anti-2A and say, ATF, get the heck out of here. I think that's necessary. I think it's American. I honestly think that's what's going to happen. We're going to need to see our sheriffs really stand up and flex, because that's what we put them there for, right? They are elected. They can enforce federal law. They can enforce state law, and that's why we have them there. That's why I like Sheriff Lamb, coincidentally. I don't know if you guys know who that is. Look him up. He's here in Arizona. Good question, though. I'm sorry I'm missing your guys' waves. I'll address them right now. I'm trying to get through some of these questions. I see them coming in as we're talking about them, but I see you guys. What's up, Martinez? I noticed your post today and completely agree. What do you do for a living? Okay, so I wrote in my post today, and some of the guys, hey, what's up, Jason? You're on YouTube, man. I think you and one other person are on there. Hooray. So my post today was a little bit of insight as to what I do in my professional life. No, it's not YouTube. No, it's not Fieldcraft Survival or Jeep, stuff like that. That is like a side business that I have. And I find myself inclined to explain it a little more because there are certain takeaways from it that I feel are important to those that want to hear it. Other people, some people are like, I don't want to hear it. Don't tell me anything. Hey, what's up, Kate the Jeep? What's going on, Ali? How's it going, my guy? We're just answering questions, Q&A. And the reason why I gave that little brief window, and you may notice too, in some of my family pictures, some of the little kids in my pictures have smiley faces over them. I'm legally actually not allowed to post and publish pictures of them or have them like in the yearbook and stuff like that. There's a legal aspect to it at the same time, obviously HIPAA. I never directly address them or their issues. I speak in general terms, and I can call out examples, and I change the names and stuff like that so I can get the message across, right? Basically what I am is a therapeutic provider level of behavioral health services for kids who are wards of the state. Like it, interested to hear. Hey, thank you, brother. So wards of the state of Arizona. At any given time, we roughly have about 15,000 kids that are displaced, whether it be shelters, facilities, treatment centers, foster care, group homes, you name it. That's what we have. And 15,000 is high. It may be around that number now. I know a couple years we got up to 20,000, but it fluctuates. And right now with COVID-19 and I don't know if I can say that on YouTube, the reporting is a little messed up. So we'll see. But let's just use that as a whole number because that's typically what it is. And I've been doing it almost 13 years now. I think August will be my 13-year mark. So I do that, and basically I'm a service to foster care. So a kid will come to me that needs to be stabilized. If they're in our home, they're not doing well. When they do well is when we start to transition them out. I've had 7 total, 1 currently in the home, all boys. I have a license for 0 to 17, boy and girl, but I work with males because I feel like I understand them, I relate to them, and females require a whole different skill set, which I possess, but don't want to access. So that's what I do. That may change here in the next year. It is my goal to step away from it. I feel like I've already, I feel like it was a calling. And I feel the shift, right? Everything's in seasons, and I'm feeling the shift to kind of step into the stuff that you guys see here. So, good question. Hope that answers it. If it was too vague, I can maybe go through it again. I know it's your post. Okay, next one. I love your YouTube channel. What's next? Hey, what's up, Gunfu? What's up next on my YouTube channel? Well, first I have to do that video that you guys saw me posting on in the Hassayampa Wash where I had the red and orange rocks. So I'm editing that one next. And then I got a ton of gear I got to review. I still haven't done a video on my Roam Adventure Code tent. I have a Glock 17 that's on its way right now. They just confirmed. I have another Vertex bag. All these guys are my affiliates, my partners. You guys know that. My code is typically Hernandez. For those of you guys asking, it's also in my story there. It'll help you out, but it also helps me out too at the same time. But really, like on a kind of like goals kind of YouTube thing, I'd really like to start traveling. I'd really like to go hit Rubicon, Fordyce. I'd really like to go hit like Moab, Canyonlands, Ouray or however you say it in Colorado, like Kanab, Utah, and I really like to do those big trips for my YouTube this year. So, yay, Vertex, yes. That's what I like to do. Currently, I have a pending deal that's going to be pretty big if it goes that way, but if it doesn't, I'm going to do it anyways. And that's kind of what happened with King of the Hammers is we were doing it anyways, and then like Philcraft got involved. So yeah. Are you ready for that? Yes. I am ready. Can I join the trip? Maybe. I mean, that's ultimately what I like to do, right? I'd like to kind of build on that business model of well, first establishing the company and then, maybe opening it up to other people. So good question. Let's see what else we got in here. Would you consider doing fitness content? You know what? I would consider like somebody training me and being on content because I don't really know enough to be, I guess, upfront with that, or maybe that's the way that we do the content. If I were to do that, is hey, look, I really don't know what I'm doing. I've been in shape most of my life, right? Right now, I got my quarantine body, but we'll get back to it. So yeah, I guess I would. Let's see, we're just doing I see you guys popping in here. Just Q&As. There's a way, I saw somebody do this the other day, and I wish I could do it. Is they put up like Mike Hernandez is going live and he's talking about you, or they did some kind of weird comment on there, and I was like, what do you mean you're talking about me? And I pressed on it, and it was just the way they named it. What are some of your plans for 2021? I got to build the EcoDiesel. I got you, boo. Hey, my guy. Guys, follow Doc Jones 10 right now. That is my man friend. Good dude. If you guys don't know, he's the medic to the mobility course that we teach. It's always me and him. What are some of your... EcoDiesel is part of my plans for 2021. We'll talk a little more about that if people want to know. But also, I need to build out my Hernandez garage. So you guys know I have a 50 by 20 And then it's got, what, 18-foot ceilings, something like 16 or 18-foot ceilings that I built when I built this house 4 years ago. It is my goal this year to also start building that out as well. A lot of the contract stuff that is pending, once that has been decided, then I can start moving things around. And it's going to be really exciting here in the next couple of weeks, I think, once that gets done. With or without, you know what I mean? I'm ready. So good question. Oh, also the baby, man. You know, she's what, like 3 days away from being 3 months. So I got to raise this little one. The kids are going back to school. So I'm probably going to have her like in a little, you know, carrier. And we're going to go out and do what we typically did a couple years ago before all this stuff. Here we go. How do I get my wife to participate in preparedness and overlanding? Ooh, good question. So I don't know. I mean, I can tell you how I did it. So my wife is, how can I describe? She's an intellectual, okay? She's a master's degree level, medical field nerd. And I know that when she first met me, all the stuff she just kind of tolerated, right? Yeah, I was into off-road or whatever. The baby. You know what I mean? And what I started to do is reward her, and this is going to sound really bad, but like give her positive reinforcement is a tool we use in behavioral health. And in the way of like cars and gear, and even if she didn't want it, I was like, oh, hey, babe, I'm going to get you this, I'm going to get you that. And then it started to become a little more appealing to her, not because she's like materialistic, but it started to create this like communal thing, right? Where we would spend time together. And I that's this morning's post was, oh, it's about that. Most of the time when I post about family is time. And that's most precious to us, right? So that's the way I did it. You guys have seen she's got a brand new 2021 EcoDiesel. That was by design. I told her that's what I was going to get her for her push present for my third baby. But also I worked up to it, right? Like the first car that I got her brand new when we first got married was a brand new Camaro Super Sport, and you know that was a lot of fun. And then she went to the off-road, and that was by design. I got her the Gen 1 Raptor, and it was hers. I mean, I never took it or anything. Actually, there was a couple times where I did take it and I got stuck, and they were on social media. But Gen 1 Raptor, am I missing? No. And then I got her the Turbo Jeep. And then I got her the EcoDiesel. So I kind of scaled her into the stuff that I like. And by all means, the Turbo Jeep was like an experiment, which is part of the reason why I got a Sport. And she just loves it. So now what's really great is when you see my YouTube content, I'm the one or always behind the camera, and she's the one driving my truck or her, Wrangler, or my mom goes with us. And I've been including them in that. So that's the way I did it over several years. She totally enjoys it. Like, we're planning what trip we're doing next month, and her friends, are even asking to come with us now. So that's the way that I did it. I mean, I don't know. Take it for what it's worth, I guess. Dude, I love your hats. Thank you. I've been like obsessed with hats ever since I was a little kid, man, for real. I see you guys coming in here. Appreciate you guys supporting us. We got a little bit of a group in here today. Also, the page is growing. If you guys haven't seen, we've started to, and I think it's really a lot of the stuff that, we've done so many things. King of the Hammers, you guys were there when I did the History Channel A&E thing. My affiliates are really growing. Man, I'm seeing some of you in here I haven't seen in a while. What's going on, guys? Good to have you. We're doing Q&A. I'm simultaneously recording on YouTube. That is a whole other beast into itself, but I'm going to also continue to do this every week on YouTube as well because I think it's important. Next question. Guys, for those two of you who are on YouTube, I'm getting questions over here on Instagram that's popping up on their screen, but I'm recording it. Are you native Arizonian? I am a native Arizonian, born and raised. I spent maybe a year and a half, like in kindergarten in Colorado when my dad moved over there, family-wise, and we came back. So I'm a Desert-Rite. What's up, Alfie? What's going on, my guy? How was KOH? So King of the Hammers was phenomenal. There is a video here on YouTube. It's kind of more of a build-up vlog style video that shows when I got there. I was the co-driver of the 903 car. My buddy Derek Miller was the fabricator owner of that vehicle, and we took it to King of the Hammers and bold. And we were bold, huh, bro? But I mean, it was a huge learning experience. We broke after mile 87 with like 6 other dudes. It's all on my YouTube page if you guys haven't seen it. All of us are there in that area where we got bottlenecked. One of the cars blew his radiator. We blew our tie rod. Dude in front of us did his drive shaft. Dude behind us did a battery. I mean, it was just epic, awesome. Check out that video if you guys want to see it here, especially you guys here on YouTube. It's there. I'm coming home in 7.5 months. Nice. KOH was bold. Let's see what else we got in here. I see you guys asking. Oh, here's another hat question. Dope hat. What is your favorite AK? You know what, man? I don't have a favorite AK yet because I'm not very versed in AKs yet. I think I'm pretty good on the other platforms that I run, like Glocks and ARs and stuff like that. But I don't know, dude. If you have one, let me know because I'm trying to. That's my next platform I want to get into here. But good question. So I got a question here. Loved hearing that podcast with Derek. Was it good, bro? So I haven't sat down and finished it yet. I just haven't had time. But when we were doing it, dude, we were cracking up. I love your content, man. You should post more backpacking, camping stuff with your kids. I'm all about getting my family in the backcountry. Yes, Brandon, 100%, man. What's interesting is, you know, I have my 3, and then like I thought my foster son, I have 4 kids, 2 dogs. And typically last or 2019, if you look at my content in the past, it was always, I would take the kids to school and then I would head out for the day, backpacking, hiking. I live right here in the White Tank Mountains in the West Valley. And I would just live out there, dude. I'd go shoot. I would love long distance precision shooting with all my platforms. That's the stuff that I really like. But because my kids have been distance learning, they're going back in 2 weeks. It's shut all that down for me. So we're gonna start that again. I'm gonna do more of that, get back to kind of the roots of it, and then I'm gonna have my little fat girl on me because you know Gina will be at work and I'll have the baby. So definitely gonna do that, bro. Good comment. Yeah, it was good. Amazing to hear the work that goes into the vehicle, man. It was, dude. Freaking Derek killed it. I love them all, LOL. But if I had to choose one, AK 104. Dope. All right, let's get back into these questions, fam. What are the numbers in your truck? So I have 903 on passenger, driver side, front side, and rear because that was the requirement for any of the support vehicles during King of the Hammers. So the media team, I believe, ran my truck while they were out there. All the pictures that I got from like Austin or Savage, Lester, and Julian was them out there rolling around with it. I wasn't even in it for those, but they came out really great. So that's the numbers are to represent Derek's or our King of the Hammers race car, which is car 903. Hey guys, shh. Okay, shh. I didn't ask. Shh. Quiet. So that's what the numbers are for. My little ones, man, they're savages. Here we go. Here's another one. Do you think loss of firearms in boating accident is on the rise? 100%. 100% it is. You know, I actually remember seeing, you know, quarantine numbers and people were like, man, I'm gonna go boating. And I was like, you know what's gonna happen? People are gonna lose their firearms. 100%. I cracked myself up. Have you still got the which one, bro? So the one I posted this morning, I don't have. Rescue JK is probably the more popular one if you've been with me a long time than the other ones because I really started to get growth in my pages here, but also that's right around the time Mike Glover and Fieldcraft Survival brought me on. So we're like a little over 3 years, almost 4 years. And that's when I had that Jeep. So I don't have that one. I traded that one out. It was really cool because I did it on here where I kind of toyed with it. I saw the new Eco Diesel at that time. You know, the Gen 1 and 2 were garbage. And I was just like, I want to wait for the Eco Diesel for the Gladiator, but I have this Jeep. And it was like this huge process. I included you all and took polls and whatnot. And ultimately, you know, I traded it out for my Gladiator that you see now. When I got my Gladiator, I stuck with the V6 because I was little, we had trust issues, right, with the new Eco Diesel. And then as the 3rd gen came out, I watched it for a little bit. I saw a couple of the bigger pages running them, and some of them do have issues, right? But I figured, you know what? let's rent. Let's see what happens. I usually only keep Genie's vehicles for 2 years anyways. If it's a pig, it's got a warranty. I hope that goes or doesn't. I don't need to, do that. I did have issues with my JK2, by the way, which had to be warrantied out of transmission. So we'll see. I don't have that Jeep. Right now I have my Gladiator, my 2020 Gladiator, and my 2021 EcoDiesel Wrangler. The EcoDiesel, coincidentally, already has everything on it from the prior Jeep that I could transfer over. So it has KC lights, it has a third row in it, the 67 designs, which also I'm affiliate of, the mounts, comms, med, all that stuff. Hi, Mama, I see you. And I'm hoping that I can start that Jeep next month. So I'm going to transition from going heavy on the Gladiator. I don't know if you guys saw that post. That was one of the things that I was contemplating or toying with is, do I go deeper into the Jeep and leave or deeper in the Gladiator and leave the EcoDiesel? We're gonna kind of taper off from the Gladiator and go into the EcoDiesel this year. So it's going to be fun. What's up, Hot Carl's Adventures? What's going on, my guy? We're just doing Q&A here. Are you related to Marco Hernandez? Obviously, Overland X. I'm Hernandez Tribe too. Bro, yes! So, so truth be told, I'm not related to him, but I tell everybody that he's my dad. and then I tell everybody that Marco and Brad are my two dads, and they get super pissed off at me. We're progressive, bro. We're progressive. Diesel, woohoo, hope it starts. I hope so too, dude. Seriously. What non-Jeep overland rig would you go into if you could? So I've had Tacomas in the past. They're phenomenal freaking vehicles. Tacoma, 4Runner. I'm real curious about the new Bronco. It looks super rad. And that's kind of where I don't like full size options. I had an Excursion on 38s and 10 inches and carried 8 people like nothing and towed, and it was just too big, man. Good question though, Caesar. That's hilarious, bro. My fam. What is this? Oh, nice. Casey Plug. You fulfilled your contractual obligation. Right, bro? Hey, honestly though, Ali, dude, those Flex Era 4s, bro. Side note, dude, they're so bright. I had them out again. I have all my lights on my Gladiator finally before King of the Hammers. I finished my rock lights. Dude, and those Flex Era 4s, they're just rad, dude. I don't know, maybe you can chime in here on that, but I feel like they're just barely less bright than my Pro 6, and that might be pushing it, but dude, they're freaking rad. With all the low overlandy weight, full size is good. That's true. Peace out, meeting time, everybody. Hey, love you, man. Jeannie says she misses the Excursion, right? Later, Ollie. Throwing up some throwbacks. You know what? I will. It was all murdered out. Black wheels, black. The girls had a funny story. The girls had a Jeannie, what was it? It was a bachelorette party, and they all went to Vegas, and there was 8 of them. And last minute, they couldn't figure out how they're going to transport everybody. And it was my 3rd vehicle at the time, and I just had it in the back, the house just parked, and so bright. And the girls took pink window paint and wrote all over it for the bachelorette party, and they took it to Vegas. They just hummed that sucker all the way. They couldn't even park it in the resort that they were sitting at because it was so big, but kind of funny. I never did anything like that, but that was my wife. Just ran the Gila River Loop Trail you mentioned, and it was awesome during the week without that many people. Bro, super scenic, man. Super scenic. I did it with my buddy Jimmy from Triarch, Mr. Goon's Life, and the Average Joes. Those guys are cool. But yeah, first time I ran it too. Beautiful, beautiful trail. How was the water? Was it high from the rain, or was it just average? So we're still going through. You know what? This is. I got a bunch of questions in here, so probably we'll just do Q&A today, and then just know that you guys on YouTube, this is the first live or the second live stream that I'm doing. Every week on Wednesday, I do a weekly live, and I allow questions. I do get a lot of DMs, and sometimes it requires more of a conversation than it does a real quick kind of thing. But yeah. What does it say here? Those FE4s are the new Jeep lightsabers. Dude, I'm telling you, man, I love them. Was it high? So the water level was high. Have you still got the Jeep? I already answered that one. If you guys have seen that one. I have my Gladiator and I have my EcoDiesel. What do we got here? Martinez, what's up, bro? Chacho, any plans on running a cage in the Gladiator? No, man. Not right now. Right now, what I'm trying to do is, one, I need to get it on 40s and 1 tons, but I'm going to take a break from that to do my eco diesel this year. So I don't know that I'll ever put a cage in it until it's like cut up and little Mikey's mobbing it. So I don't know. We'll see. Not anytime soon. Let's see here. Next question, fam. Are you or Gunfu going to be in series for the April 26th Gunfighter Pistol Course? April 26th? No. 40's so amazing. Yes, sir. No, I won't be there, man. Hopefully I'll be on the road, actually. Now I'm thinking about that. Next question here. It just needs P come stay with. It just needs to come stay with you. I got you. Heck yeah, it does, bro. Did you fix the sway bar? So it's still there. My this morning I took my Gladiator to the dealership and they're looking into it. I don't know what they're gonna do. You know what I found? I actually found a lawsuit that people are suing Fiat, Jeep, Chrysler because the sway bar disconnects on certain vehicles. And
Can I put these tires on?
Yeah, man, do you? So yeah, there's a lawsuit. There's no open like warranty or what is it called, recall or anything like that. So I don't know. I took it in and showed it to him, and I was actually waiting for Jeannie to come pick me up because she was doing an appointment in the morning. And when Jeannie came and picked me up at the Chevy dealership, because I was trying to look at Corvettes, my truck was passing us on the other side of the road. We're like, what the heck? But yeah, good question. I don't know. Hopefully they will. If not, maybe I'll do like a anti-rock or something like that. It's kind of annoying, but here we go. Question. Do you usually buy through dealerships and buy new? What goes into your decision? Let me think here. My last 3 vehicles were brand new from the dealership. So was the new Camaro. And then like my Gen 1 Raptor was used. It just depends on it. So the reason I'm able to do that is because Jeeps hold their value really well. A lot of people don't realize that or understand how so well that you see me trade them out, and I'm not ever, what's it called, transferring over negative equity. A lot of times, actually the last 2 times, I actually made money on them because of how good the equity is on them and how well they hold their value. So it just depends. It's all dependent on the deal. It's all dependent on, what I'm trying to accomplish. For the most part, I don't want to deal with it. When I got rid of Rescue JK, what's up, Insta? When I got rid of Rescue JK, there was a couple people who were like, just sell it, you'll get more money for it. But I didn't want to deal with it, right? I didn't want, especially that one. That Jeep had like 120,000 miles on it. It was right in that cycle where it needed all the maintenance. I used it. I didn't beat it up. It wasn't like crap. What's up, Ralph? But I just didn't want to deal with it. And I didn't want anybody to come back and be like, oh, this guy from Fieldcraft Survival beat this thing up and then sold it to me. And this guy, no, I just didn't want to deal with it. So I trade him. It's also a lot easier. It's quicker. I do lose a little bit of money sometimes when it comes to, all the time when it comes to the new vehicle depreciating off a lot. But within 2 years, I usually get all that back. So if that helps you, I'm sorry. What are your thoughts on the Ford Ranger 4x4 and the Ford? Dude, I love them. So the Ford Raptor has always been a favorite of ours. Like I said, Jeannie had the Gen 1 for a while. What's up, every day? They're nuts. I love them. I wish they would have a big V8, but rumor is the new Gen 3, which just got released, is going to be like 700 horsepower. Any extended trips upcoming? I have 4 pending trips. Fieldcraft Survival, waiting on an answer. Rubicon, and then that's all I'm saying. There's a couple, but yes, pending. And if they don't, I'm going to just figure out how to do it. Because that's how I roll. Hey, buddy. Awesome. Next question. Yeah, we'll just do questions today because we're going long. We're already 29 minutes over here. So V8 would be awesome. When are you coming back to HQ? Actually, I'm coming back for a grand opening. I'm just trying to work out details. I'm trying to figure out, because I don't want to drive. I don't want the 10-hour commitment. Me and Mason are kind of going over it. I guess if I have to, I have to. But I'm trying to figure out if I can just fly in. If one of y'all can come get me from the airport. I'm staying at Glover's house. I just need transport back and forth. I guess I could rent a car. Flights are super cheap. It's just I either have to go into like Salt Lake or Provo. So I don't know. If you have any insight, I need to figure that out. Derek, are you going? You going to the grand opening? You use tunes on your Jeeps. So technically no, but yes, I have the programmers, but it's just to reset all the parameters for shift points and tire size and regearing. Hell yeah, D. I'll see you there, brother. Someone's calling me. I don't like to mess with drivetrain in terms of motor on new vehicles. One, because of the warranty, and two, because I just want it to be reliable. I'm not very much into aftermarket performance at all. Like I want it to last. I want it to get me in and out, be done, take care of it, and then we're good. So no, maybe that's the right answer if you guys got it. Next question. How many smudge pot onesies you got? Bro, Hop. Oh, dude, you don't miss anything, Hop. You're so funny, dude. How many smudge pot onesies you got? Well, I had one on loan, and I had to give it back. So those Victoria's Secret onesies, man. So funny. That was a good night. Dinner. I don't know, man. I don't know. We might go out to dinner, I think. Just because it's already 4:30. Yeah, I don't know. We've been grubbing, so I gotta make sure I do something good. Are we done with all these questions, guys? Let's see here. Yeah, I think that, nope. They're popping in. Here we go. Evan 40, Glock 19 or 26 for EDC. Let's see. Here is one of my bags that you can see on my YouTube channel. And this is one of my off-body carry options. Here. 19, bro. Dynamic Weapon Solutions. I got some goodness coming from them in a week. I can't wait to show you for my 17. But that's it. I love my 19. Good question. Here's Sopes. Dude, I wish my mother-in-law was here that day, man. I was getting spoiled. All right, let's see more questions. You got to come over to the Yoda gang, bro. Man, I got nothing against Yoda. It's just, I want to do a little bit more off-road, and Yodas can't do it, man. I've had them, So there is a difference. There's a trade-off. Yoda's obviously going to be more comfortable and quieter, while you're driving, but I love my Jeeps, man. It is what it is. You know what? Yeah, no, I don't see a scenario where I'd go back, especially now with the EcoDiesel. I think it's so rad. Next question. Let's see here. Oh, am I done? We are at 33 minutes. Nope, not done. Just kidding. What Holosun optic model for the G19 do you recommend? So I'm currently in the process of going through the lineup. Right now, I have their budget option. I wanted to try that one first, which is this one that I have on here. It's the HS407C. This one is just a red dot. It's like, supposed to be the same thing as the Trijicon variant, because it's just a dot. The other ones have actual reticles where, they get pretty nice and fancy. This one, I want to say this one is less than $300, which is why I got it. I love it. It was also my introduction into red dots on a handgun. So I don't know yet. Then my 17 will have the next one up from this with the reticle. So I'll be able to at least say, well, I have two now, and this is what I think. But I love them. Whichever one you get so far, they've been pretty rad. Jeep for Life SA. I don't know. You raced in a Yoda. We did race in a Yoda, right? That thing was big. Love the slide. Right, bro. Wait till you see my 17 slide. Actually, have you seen? I have my 43 over there, but my 43 is rad too, dude. All dynamic. Oh, we got more questions in here. Any more thoughts on mounting Pelicans to a rack? I think saw Last Line of Defense had a demo too. Yes, good question, bro. I actually just spoke with Pelican last week to do that. You see where I have it's my Max Tracks on my passenger side. Have a good week, all. Yeah, man. Have a good week, Dustin. Good to see you, bro. Thanks, boss. You're welcome, bro. So if you've seen the way the Rebel off-road guys do it, they have a Pelican case across the rack. I have the exact same rack system, and Pelican, is committed to doing a little more product. So I just have to figure out which one I want and what I'm going to set it up for. The Max Tracks are nice to have, and I basically use them for other people because I never really am in a situation where the truck will need it. But yes, that is currently in the works. I haven't, so they want me to write out a wish list again. Guys know I got a bunch of other stuff, but a wish list, and I'm going to include probably my media team that gets approved for this Vilcraft stuff that I keep hinting at. Set up like they make one for like their drones and some other camera stuff. So I want to get everybody hooked up at the same time because we're going to be out in the middle of nowhere. Lord willing, anyways. So yeah, I have a bunch of thoughts on it. We'll see what happens. Pelican is really great, man. They really want to be involved when it comes to products. So we're gonna do that. Good question. Let's see here. I'm getting text messages. I see you, bro. Question. Last question. One more. Current EDC knife. So that's not something that I'm like crazy about, and as a matter of fact, I probably took it out because I've been opening boxes from my bag here. I always have my Hisatsu in here, but yeah, it's not in here. Oh yes, it is. Thought I took it out because I was opening a ton of stuff I got in the mail. This is my CRKT. I have a couple, maybe 3 knives that I carry on the daily. You can see it's getting a little old there, a little older, it's showing some wear. But man, I love this thing. This is for you guys on YouTube. Sorry. This is my daily that I have in my bag. I like to off body. It's got kind of that Japanese shape to it. This is, I believe, the bigger one of the two. It has the assisted open. It's not the, well, I forget what the name is. It's not exactly auto. There, it's not an auto. It's an assisted. And then you lock it down. But I like how sharp it is. And I've had this one for a couple years. Crazy thing, I got this knife at Walmart for like $10, maybe $9, because they just had a bunch of stuff they were trying to liquidate. But it has been the best knife that I've had for the last 2 or 3 years. So yeah, that's my knife. Other than that, guys, I think I got another question. Let me check one more time. If not, we're going to kind of end it here. Unless you guys have more questions, you can send them through. Right now is your chance. Like I said, a lot of times we do this just because I do get a lot of questions that require conversations. I think we got, here we go. How do you like the Vagabond from Rome? Bruh, you need a Vagabond from Rome. I love it. So I've only had 2 tents, rooftop tents anyways, since my transition to the overlandy type stuff. I'm like I always do, I try to get into every aspect finances permitted. So I had a Front Runner rooftop tent that we destroyed. If you guys saw that video, I was climbing through the canyons in a Falcon Tire event after Overland Expo, and it caught the corner and shredded it. But that's not because it was a crappy tent, it's because I hit it hard. The tent is a little more of a budget-friendly option, so if you're looking for that, I won't knock the Front Runner. It was a little more cold, though, to be honest with you, the way that one was set up. My new Rome has a huge mat. It's got a condensation mat underneath the memory foam. I just yesterday got my my knitted inner liner for it, so it should give me another layer in the cold. It vents really well in the heat. I've only used it on day camps. If you guys seen the last couple videos and even the post I did, we haven't been able to sleep or spend long time out there because the baby still eats every 4 hours during the day, and then right now we're barely getting to around 6 or 7 hours for her to go. So it's difficult, and she's little. I can't have her out there in the cold. I think right around like 9 months we'll be able to do more about that. Jeannie was showing me some medical stuff. I don't know. We can take the baby. Goo Pelican, Tony Montana. Hey, thanks again for the wisdom. Anytime, bro. Seriously. But I love it. Use my code. It's Hernandez, my last name. You get 10% off. One of the things too is remember they're a small business. I've had a couple of dudes hit me up and were like, I have to wait for my tent till March. Same with me. I bought the stuff from there too, and they do it like I think. Well, I'm not going to speak because I don't know how they do it, but typically you order it and there is a little bit of a waiting period there because fulfillment and even the way things are right now. So love Rome. Otherwise, I wouldn't be doing business with them at the same time. Realize that too, guys. That a lot of these companies hit me up and want to do business and be involved. A lot of times with Fieldcraft Survival, I get that a lot. Hey, can we do this? Can we do that? Which isn't bad at all. I mean, that's what we're doing here, right, on social media. But I only work with the companies that I believe in. So stay tuned. We're going to have some new stuff again for this year. Tires have changed. I am working on something right now. I might even just go buy something different, you know, because we are no longer working with Falcon Tire. And by we, I mean me. And again, nothing negative, just things are happening within the industry. A lot of guys are hurting in terms of company-wise, but I just want you guys to be aware. We're going to start changing some things around. EcoDiesel's here, Baby's here, move right along. Hope you guys are all doing well. And if you like this kind of stuff, my YouTube fam, make sure you subscribe, share it, tell your friends. Same thing on here. The algorithm has changed on Instagram, and I've actually barely returned back to YouTube, so I have to kind of get that momentum going that I had. When we had the baby, I stepped off for a little bit because, man, it's intense having a little one. But I appreciate the questions, guys. We'll do this every Wednesday. Same thing for you. See you next week too, Jason. Guys, catch you on the next one. Talk to you soon. How do I end this?